and welcome to an algebra tutorial video learning about linear equations. We're going to learn about standard form in this video. What is standard form? How does it work? How we can write equations in standard form. So I think it's the most trickiest of all. We've learned about point slope form. We've learned about slope intercept form. So this is the third in this series of videos. But standard form fits this pattern. You have, let me switch into writing mode. You have some value a times x plus some value b times y is equal to a constant value c. Now there's some particular things about a, b, and c that we have to have or have to be aware of going on in here. So the value for a has to be a whole number. And what I mean by that is it can't be a fraction, it can't be a decimal, it can't even be negative. It has to be a positive whole number. B and C are a little bit friendlier in that they just have to be integers. What does that mean? It means it can't be a fraction, it can't be a decimal, but it could be positive, it could be negative. We just have to be integers. So, and then obviously you can kind of tell from the format, we have x and y on the same side. We usually always follow with the x term, followed by the y term, and then we have our constants on the other side of the equal sign. So an example could be, we could have 5x minus 3y equals 17. And that brings up one other last point that we need to have happen, is that a, b, and c, my coefficients there, they have to be in lowest terms. There can't be any common factors. No common factors between the three of them. So let me illustrate kind of some examples of what is not in standard form, just to help point out what I'm talking about here. So let me switch to black line. I want to line that out here. Okay. So here's an example, some examples that are not in standard form. So if we have 3.7x plus 4.5y equals 11, that is not in standard form. We've got decimals going on. So I'd have to multiply both sides. I have to do some rearranging here to get all whole numbers or integers. So nope, I'm not liking that example. Here's another one that's not an example. Negative 15x minus y equals 30. This isn't in standard form because I have a negative value in front of my x. I have negative 15. I need to have a be a whole number, and it can't be negative. It has to be positive. So in this case, I would multiply both sides by negative 1 to turn it into positive 15x plus y equals negative 30. Essentially change the signs around, and then you got standard form. Here's another example of what is not in standard form. If I have 25x minus 30y equals 40, it seems like when you first look at it, all right, we got whole numbers, integers, a is positive, but the problem with this example is a, b, and c have common factors. So 25, negative 30, and 40 all have a common factor of 5. So if I really wanted to put that into standard form, I would have to divide everything by 5 on both sides to get 5x minus 6y equals 8. That's not in standard form, but this is. 5x minus 6y equals 8 would be standard form because 5, negative 6, and 8 have no common factors. So there you go. We need x and y on the same side. I guess another example would be if you had 3y plus 5x equals 2. That's not in standard form because my x and y are not rearranged correctly. I would have to switch those around to rewrite it as 5x plus 3y equals 2. So it's a particular format, no fractions or decimals, Be careful that a is not a negative number. Make sure that a, b, and c, there's no common factors that we can divide both sides by. Make sure things are lined up. Your x value first, your y value second, your constant on the other side, and you'll be good to go. We'll have some other videos getting into standard form and working with standard form after this, but hopefully this is a good introduction for you guys.